Hello, everyone. Welcome back to SpeakEasy FM.
Hi, we're so glad you're here with us.
I'm Stacy.
And I'm Ian. On this channel, we help you practice real, everyday English.
If you enjoy our videos, please like and subscribe. It really helps us reach more people.
Thank you so much. Okay, Stacy, how are you today?
I'm doing really well, actually. The sun is out, and that always lifts my mood.
I noticed that too. I feel pretty good as well. A bit sleepy, though.
Sleepy? What happened?
I stayed up reading. I started a new book and I couldn't put it down. Suddenly, it was 1 in the morning.
Oh no, that's a classic mistake. Just one more chapter.
Exactly that. 4 more chapters later.
Well, I hope you get some rest tonight. What did you do this weekend?
I went hiking with a couple of friends. It was really nice to be outside.
That sounds amazing. I'm happy you had a good time.
So, we just talked about our day a little bit, and that's actually a great way to start talking about feelings. We said things like, I'm doing well, and I feel pretty good.
Right. Today's topic is exactly that. Talking about your feelings in English.
Before we dive in, here's a small but useful tip. We can say, I am happy, or I feel happy. Both work. Is there a difference?
A small one, I am can describe your character or a longer state. I feel is usually about right now, this moment.
So if I say, I am a calm person, that's my personality.
Exactly. But if you say, I feel calm right now, that's just about this moment.
Got it. Okay, let's start with the simple, everyday feelings. Stacy, tell me a time you feel happy.
Easy one. I feel happy when I'm eating good food, especially dessert.
Dessert makes everyone happy. I feel happy when I'm with my dog, or when I finish a really good workout.
Oh, a good workout does give you that happy feeling afterward.
It really does. Okay, what's the opposite of happy?
Sad. I feel sad when I have to say goodbye to someone at the airport.
Oh, airport goodbyes are the worst. I feel sad when I watch a movie where an animal gets hurt. I can't handle it.
Ian, that's so soft of you.
I have a big heart, okay? It's fine to feel sad sometimes. It just means you care.
Very true. Now, what about tired? You mentioned that earlier.
Right. I feel tired today because of my book situation. I also feel tired after a long day of meetings.
I feel tired when I don't get enough sleep. My whole body just feels heavy.
Heavy is the perfect word for it. Okay, so we have happy, sad, and tired. What other simple ones come to mind?
Hungry. I'm actually a little hungry right now.
Already? We just had breakfast an hour ago.
I know, but I only had a small yogurt. I need a real meal.
Well, I'm not hungry, but I am thirsty. I really want some water.
Hungry and thirsty. Both are feelings in your body, telling you what you need.
Exactly. And you can be a little hungry or extremely hungry.
When I'm extremely hungry, I get a little grumpy. I can't focus on anything else.
Let's move to stronger feelings now. Sometimes happy becomes something bigger. That's excited.
Excited is such a good word. I feel excited before a trip. I start packing way too early just because I'm so excited.
I do the exact same thing. I feel excited when I'm planning something fun. But sometimes, right before the actual event, I also feel a little nervous.
Nervous, yes. That's when you're not totally sure how something will go and you feel a bit worried.
Exactly. Before I give a presentation, my hands get cold and my heart beats faster.
But you're talking right now in front of our viewers and you seem fine.
That's because I'm with you and this feels comfortable. The nervous feeling only happens in certain situations.
That makes sense. Excited and nervous often show up together, actually, like on the first day of a new job.
Exactly. Excited to start something new, but nervous about everything being unfamiliar.
Let's talk about another strong one. Angry.
Ugh, angry. Nobody enjoys that feeling.
Not at all. I feel angry when someone cuts in line in front of me.
Oh, that's so frustrating. I feel angry when my internet stops working right in the middle of something important.
That is infuriating. So when you feel angry, what do you usually do?
I try to step away for a minute. Sometimes I go outside for some fresh air. It helps me cool down.
That's smart. I usually take a few deep breaths and remind myself it's not a big deal.
Good strategy. Now, what about surprised?
I love that feeling. It's when something unexpected happens.
It can be a good surprise or a bad one.
A good surprise is finding money in an old jacket pocket.
Ha, that's a great one. A bad surprise is opening your fridge and finding out the milk went bad.
That's the worst smell ever.
Truly terrible. Okay, what about scared?
I feel scared during thunderstorms. The loud sounds make me jump.
I feel scared when I watch horror movies, but somehow I still keep watching them.
Why do you do that to yourself?
I genuinely don't know. After the movie, I have to check every room in my apartment before I can relax.
That sounds exhausting.
It is, but it's also a little exciting in a weird way.
Let's talk about a calm feeling now. Relaxed.
Relaxed is wonderful. I feel relaxed on a lazy Sunday with nothing planned.
Same here. I feel relaxed after a long bath or after stretching in the evening.
Those sound great. Relaxed really is the opposite of nervous or stressed.
Speaking of which, what about looking forward to? That's a nice phrase for talking about the future.
Right, it means you're happy and excited about something that's coming up.
Can you make an example?
Sure, I'm looking forward to the weekend. I'm looking forward to trying that new restaurant downtown.
I'm looking forward to summer. And honestly, I'm looking forward to our next video too.
Same here. Okay, what about when you have way too much to do? That's stressed.
Stressed. I feel stressed when I have a deadline and not enough time.
I feel stressed before a big exam or interview.
What helps you when you're stressed?
I make a checklist. Seeing everything written down somehow makes it feel more manageable.
That's a great trick. I should try that more often.
Let's talk about bored, too.
I feel bored when there's absolutely nothing to do, and nothing on TV is interesting either.
You're someone who's always doing something, though. You're never really bored.
That's mostly true. But on a really slow, rainy day with zero plans, even I get a little bored.
What do you do then?
I usually start organizing something. A drawer, a closet, anything. It gives me something to do, and I feel good once it's finished.
Productive boredom. I respect that. Let's shift to feelings about other people. When your friend is going through something hard, how do you feel?
I feel sorry for them. I want to support them. I'll say something like, "I'm really sorry you're dealing with this."
That's kind. And if your friend has great news?
Then I feel happy for them. I might say, "I'm so happy for you."
Such a nice phrase. What if you see a stranger who clearly needs help?
I still feel sorry for them, and I try to help if I can. Feelings really do connect us to other people.
They really do. Let's practice a few more. How do you feel after finishing something difficult, like a big project?
Proud. Proud of myself for sticking with it.
I feel proud when I learn something new, or when I cook a meal that actually turns out well.
That's such a satisfying feeling.
What about when you're stuck waiting for something?
Impatient. I feel impatient waiting in long lines, especially at the grocery store.
Nobody enjoys waiting, but staying patient is definitely a skill.
A skill I'm still working on. What about confused?
Confused happens when I don't understand something clearly, like when instructions are too complicated.
Or when someone explains something really fast and you just nod along even though you're lost.
We've all done that.
Let's talk about worried, too.
Worried is like a quieter version of nervous. I feel worried when my brother doesn't answer his phone for hours.
That's because you care about him. Worry usually comes from love.
That's a really nice way to put it.
Love really is the biggest feeling of all, isn't it?
It is. We love our family, our friends, and yes, we love our viewers too.
Absolutely. Let's also touch on disappointed.
Disappointed is that letdown feeling when something you hoped for doesn't happen.
I feel disappointed when a trip gets canceled.
I feel disappointed when my favorite show ends on a cliffhanger and then gets canceled.
Oh, that's a real pain.
A real, specific pain. What about feeling tired but happy at the same time?
That happens after a really fun, full day, like after a wedding or a long trip.
Right, it's a good kind of tired. And feelings can definitely mix together. You can say, I'm tired but happy, or I'm nervous but excited.
It doesn't always have to be just one word.
What about when you have tons of energy?
Energetic. I feel energetic after a good night's sleep and a strong cup of coffee.
I feel energetic after exercising, but only sometimes. Other times, I just feel sore.
And the opposite, when you have zero energy left?
We already said tired, but there's also exhausted. That means extremely tired.
I felt completely exhausted after my move last year. Carrying boxes up 3 flights of stairs really took it out of me.
I can only imagine. Let's talk about a fun one. The feeling when something is funny.
That's easy. We usually just say, that's funny, or I find that hilarious.
True, we don't always use a special word for that one. We just laugh.
Exactly. Last one for today. Lonely.
Lonely is tough. It's that feeling of being alone when you wish you weren't.
I feel lonely sometimes when I move to a new place and haven't made friends yet.
I feel lonely on quiet weekends when everyone I know is busy.
What helps with that feeling?
Honestly, just reaching out. Calling someone, even for a few minutes, helps a lot.
Or coming here and talking with all of you watching. We consider you our friends too.
Absolutely. Remember, every single feeling is valid. Talking about them is always a good thing.
We covered so many feelings today. Let's slow down and review a few of the most useful ones.
Great idea. Let's start with excited. Everyone repeat with us. Excited.
Excited means you feel very happy about something coming up in the future.
Example, I'm excited about my trip next month. Or, she's excited about starting her new job.
My example, I'm excited for the weekend already.
Try making your own sentence right now. I'm excited about...
Next word, nervous.
Nervous means you feel a little scared or unsure about something that hasn't happened yet.
You might get cold hands or a fast heartbeat.
Example, I felt nervous before my job interview.
That's such a satisfying feeling.
What about when you're stuck waiting for something?
And mine, I was nervous the first time I tried public speaking.
But it gets easier with time, right?
Always. The nervous feeling usually doesn't last very long.
Next, relaxed.
Relaxed is the opposite of nervous or stressed. It means calm, peaceful, no worries at all.
Example, I feel relaxed when I listen to soft music in the evening.
Mine. After a warm shower, I feel completely relaxed.
Such a good feeling to end the day with.
Number 4, proud.
Proud means you feel really good about something you accomplished.
Example, I'm proud of how far my English has come.
Mine. My parents were proud of me when I graduated.
That's a beautiful one.
Last word for today, sorry.
Sorry has 2 uses. First, for apologizing. If I bump into you, I say, I'm sorry.
And second, for sympathy. If your friend is going through something hard, you say, I'm sorry you're going through that.
Both uses come from caring about someone.
Let's repeat all 5 together. Excited, nervous, relaxed, proud, and sorry.
Try using one of these today. Even just one sentence in your notebook helps a lot.
All right, let's wrap up everything we talked about today.
We learned how to talk about feelings using I am and I feel. Both work, but feel is more about this exact moment.
We started with simple feelings: happy, sad, tired, hungry, thirsty.
Then we moved to stronger ones: excited, nervous, angry, surprised, and scared.
We also talked about calm feelings like relaxed and busy feelings like stressed and bored.
And we covered feelings connected to other people, like feeling sorry for someone or happy for them.
We touched on proud, impatient, confused, worried, disappointed, and lonely too. That's a lot of vocabulary.
It really is. But remember, you don't need all of it today. Just pick 1 or 2 new words and try using them this week.
And the grammar stays simple the whole time. I am or I feel plus the feeling word.
Easy to remember, easy to use in real life.
Okay, time for our favorite part, question of the day.
Today's question is, what is one thing that made you feel happy this week?
Let's give examples first. Stacy, what made you happy this week?
This week, I tried a new recipe and it actually turned out really well. That made me genuinely happy.
That's such a good feeling. So you could write, cooking a new recipe made me happy.
Exactly. What about you, Ian?
This week, I got a message from an old friend I hadn't talked to in years. It made my whole day.
That's lovely. Hearing from an old friend made me happy.
So now it's your turn, everyone watching. What made you happy this week? Big or small, it all counts.
Write it in the comments below. A short sentence is perfect.
We read as many comments as we can, and we genuinely love hearing from you.
And if something made you feel a different way this week, share that too. All feelings are welcome here.
Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Learning a language really is a journey, and we're happy to be part of yours.
Remember to be kind to yourself. Some days English will feel easy, and some days it won't. That's completely normal.
The important thing is just to keep showing up and practicing a little each day.
If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with someone learning English too.
And subscribe to Daily English Talk so you don't miss what we talk about next time.
From both of us.
Keep learning, keep practicing.
And have a wonderful day.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.